Hello partner, 3 Facebook ad copywriting mistakes that you must avoid. Here we go, let's get started. You see, Facebook ads are pretty much messed up now and it can be extremely costly for you to make these mistakes. So don't do any mistakes with your copywriting. And why it's pretty important, because these are the things that you really have control over for now. So you must focus on the creatives and the copy, because Facebook ads are pretty much, it can be extremely difficult for beginners for now. It's not easy because the standards, the bar have been raised, and you have to really work hard and harder, and you have to really give attention to your creatives and copy, and those are the things you have complete control over that can generate you massive results. And the reason why you have to focus on that is because all the top of funnel targeting, they are pretty much dead. It's irrelevant because the AI is there. AI is here. The default targeting is now open and it's broad. So Facebook will eventually target people who are beyond your interest targeting. So top of funnel targeting is irrelevant now. And the thing that you have control over, the creatives and the copy. So give your best efforts to that. So my name is Mohan J and I'm the co-founder of J Media. I'm helping ordinary people to start and grow extraordinary e-com businesses. So do subscribe to this channel, do give a thumbs up and click the bell thing. Alright, so mistake number 1, here we go. So mistake number 1, it can be pretty much something that most people they ignore this, and it's ignoring the first 3 lines. So when you're writing this Facebook ad copy, you can see the first line, second line, third line. The first 3 lines will be visible. Right after that, you can see the button, the link, that when they click read more, and then the whole thing collapses, and then they can see the whole copy. So now you should never ignore the first 3 lines. Why they are important? Because they are the hook that will capture their attention, that will get them to read more. So if the first word, if the first sentence is pretty good, because that's what you have to use. The goal is to get them to read the first word, and then the first sentence, and then followed by the next sentence, and then the whole copy. So don't be too hard on yourself in finding a whole copy that have to be pretty good and then keeping the best things at the bottom. No, keep the best thing at the top. Use the best thing at the top. The first word or the first sentence, capture their attention. Get that first and then get them to read the next, read the next, read the next. So each sentence, the goal must be to sell them on reading the next text, next sentence. That must be your goal. And mistake number 2 is that not using emojis. All right, you see, you are using social media platform, which is Facebook, literally. People are there, family and friends are there to engage and communicate with people. Now your brand can be pretty much fancy, and you may think that you want to connect with your own brand voice, but you first must connect with your audience. You must be able to connect with them. And emojis are great way. They are awesome because they are pretty good at conveying emotions, and these are the natural language that people are using in social media to interact with each other. Now the number 1 rule that you must remember is do not overuse it, because when you overuse it, your Facebook ad can get rejected and it can be overwhelming as well. So don't be too like fake kind of brand. Be authentic, be yourself. Just be like having make sure your copy is like you're having a conversation to a person, with a person. Now use emojis, but do not use them. And why it's important? Because they are native to the platform. So make sure you're not being an ad, you're being a very cool friend that communicating with another friend. That's how you're supposed to think. Now mistake number 3. All right, so mistake number 3 is all about grammar mistakes, or your text is like too much of like a robotics, like there's no fun element there. It's not fun, it's quite boring, and it's quite like too systematic. You don't want to be too systematic. You don't want to be like your copy is like talking to someone who's from Harvard or who's from Oxford, who have a PhD. No, keep it very, very simple, plain simple. And make sure your copy, one additional point that you have to remember is that make sure you are communicating to one person. Do not talk like you're talking to a group of people. Talk to only one person. You, something like that. All right. Now, by having a lot of grammar mistakes, there are chances where your ads can get rejected by Facebook. So be careful and make sure you spend enough time with proofreading. I don't recommend you to do the own proofreading after you have written the copy, or if you have a copywriter, that's great. You can ask someone else to do the proofreading for you. In that way, you can learn much better, and you can they can help to see the mistakes that you overlook. Now, most importantly, I want you to practice, practice, practice. You're not going to make this or get this overnight unless you're naturally good at it. But make sure you practice a lot and never be afraid to try something new. Never be afraid to try something new. And just because it is copywriting, I don't want you to be a copycat, copy someone else, or copy someone else, things and ideas, headlines and everything, and then use it for your ad copy. Don't. Be yourself. You can take some concepts and ideas and express yourself, and never be afraid to try something new. Have fun. That's fun. Talk like you're having a great conversation with a friend. So that's all. That's the whole idea about three major mistakes that you should avoid when it comes to Facebook ad copywriting. So there we go. And if you want to scale your e-com to 6 figures monthly, I would happily help your business, and you can click on the link in the description and we can hop on a meeting, and I can help you with that with our tried and targeting method. So see you soon in the next video.